Hello class 6, we were learning the chapter the early Vedic age. This is the last in the fifth video on the chapter, and today we will learn about the political life of the early Aryans, that is of the Aryans in the early Vedic age. So far we know about the time period when they had come and settled in India, the region where they had settled, about the Vedas, their social life, the economic occupations that the people carried out, and also about the Varna system, the gods that they worshipped, and how was the society, the position of women in the society. We have this information about the life of the early Vedic period, life of the people in the early Vedic period, and today we will learn about the political life. When we look at the political life of the people in the early Vedic age, we find that they had a very organized structure. Though it was tribal in nature, that is, it was based on kinship or close familial ties. That is, kinship means on blood relations, that several families, they used to form a village. If several families of, when they lived together, they form a village, and this village was looked after by the Gramini. There was one head man of the village, and he was called the Gramini. His work was to look after those the people living in a village. Then we see that several villages, they will join together, they will form a Vis, and this Vis was looked after by the Vispati. The Gramini was the one who was looking after the village. The Vispati is the one who is looking after the Vis or the tribal. He was the head of the clan. The Vis was the clan, and the head of the clan was called the Vispati, just as the head of the village was called the Gramini. Then there were several Vis, they would join together to form a tribe or Jana, and the Jana was ruled by a king who was known as the Rajan. So we have, when several families they lived in a village, we have the that we formed a village. It was the village headman was there, who was called the Gramini. Several villages, they used to join together to form a clan. The head of the clan was called the Vispati. Several Vis would join together to form a tribe or Jana, and it was ruled by the Rajan. And this king was known as the Rajan. And we find that the king had some very important functions, but he was not alone. He was helped by important officers who used to help them or help the king to perform his duties. That was the Purohita and the Senani. Who was this Purohita? He was to perform all the religious ceremonies, and he advised the Rajan on all important matters. So Purohita was the one who was associated with religious ceremonies, and he used to give advice to the king on all important matters. The next important officer who helped the king in discharging his functions was that of the Senani. He was the commander in chief, and when there was a war, he used to lead the war. So the Senani and the Purohit were the two important officers who helped the king in discharging his duties. Now, in the early Vedic age, we find that the king was not all powerful. Means that so far you have learned about the king being very powerful. He is the one who used to do all the work. But in the early Vedic age, we find that the king was not all powerful. There were two assemblies, the Sabha and the Samiti, which used to act as a check on the king's power. That is, this Sabha and the Samiti, it used to control the power of the king, because the king was not allowed to take any decision without the consultation or without the advice of the Sabha and the Samiti. So the Sabha and Samiti, which were the two assemblies in the early Vedic age, they acted as a check on the power of the king or the Raja. The Sabha was the council of tribal elders which advised the king in his decisions. The Sabha consisted of the elder members of the tribe. The elder members, they formed the Sabha. The work of the Sabha was to give advice to the king in his decisions, because this shows that it was a check on the power of the king. That is, he has to consult with the Sabha. The Sabha would give the advice, and accordingly the king would carry out his work. Then there was the Samiti. The Sabha consisted of the elder members of the tribe, and the Samiti included all the people who lived in the tribe. Means all the common people of the tribe, they were the members of the Samiti, and the Sabha consisted of only the elderly members of the tribe. And these two, the Sabha and the Samiti, in both the groups, the discussions used to take place. They used to give their advice to the king, and according the king used to act, or the king used to participate or discharge his functions. So the king was not all powerful in the early Vedic age, and we also find that women could also participate in the assemblies. It was not that women were not allowed, only the men were allowed to take part in the assemblies. It was not so. The female members were also allowed to take part in the assemblies. So the organized structure, political structure that we find in the early Vedic age, we find that they have the village that was looked after by the Gramini. Then they had the clan of the Vis, looked after by the Vispati. The tribe or the Jana, which was looked after by the king or the Rajan. The king again was not all powerful because he was helped by the Sabha and the Samiti, which acted as a check on the power of the king. The Sabha consisted of the elder members of the tribe, and the Samiti was all the members who lived, or it consisted of all the people of the tribe. These two controls the king, and they were important officers who used to help the king take in his functions. That is the Purahita, who used to give advice to the king, and there was the Senani, who was the commander-in-chief and led the army during the war and helped the king. So that was about their political life. So with that we come to the conclusion of the chapter Early Vedic Age. But when we will read about the later Vedic age, you will find that there had been a change. The social, political and the economic life of the Aryans, they had undergone a change in the later Vedic age, and those changes, because of those distinct changes that took place, the entire Vedic age has been divided into early and the later Vedic age. Now you know, given in your book is also important, which is giving us some additional information. That is, it is talking about Zoroastrianism. That is, Zoroaster, he was an Iranian prophet. He was a prophet from Iran, and he had gave his teachings to the people around 6th century BC, and his teachings are found in the book called Zend Avesta or Avesta, and this is the book that the followers of Zoroaster considered as the holy book, because here we find the teachings given by the prophet Zoroaster, and the people who followed this, they came to be known as, they followed the religion, we can say, that came to be known as Zoroastrianism. So this is an additional information that you have, and this is also important for you because from here short questions can come. So with that, we know about the early Vedic age, and we know about the Varna system, the political life, also about the economic activities of the people. And when we will learn about the later Vedic age, you will see that how changes have taken place in the life of the people during that period of time. That is, from 1000 to 500 BC, we see that some distinct changes are taking place, and we will learn it afterwards. So what you have to do, you know that you have to read the chapter and also write down the notes provided along with the videos. Thank you.